Hi everyone, welcome to the cheat card video, part 1 of the cheat card video, cheat cards for ukulele. They're not ideal, but sometimes they're really necessary, especially if you want to get started. Before I go any further with cheat cards, the best way to do cheat cards is to build the cheat cards that you can turn into something else later on. So a cheat card that you can't ever use again, or we can't adapt to make it into the proper card, it's not really a cheat card, it's just a wrong card. So with the cards I'm going to show you, they're like the cheat cards that we can get away with building until we can get other fingers involved quicker. That tricky E, we're going to look at that. The D. Maybe a few sevens along the way. I think that'll be it today. With the D and the E. Let's cover those. Let's have a look at those in the sheet music and see what they look like. Right? Let's bring this up for you. Okay, cheat cards. We're here. Look, easy cheat you cards. Wow. That looks like a lot. Don't worry. It's gonna be fine. Now then, I'm gonna have my ukulele here like this. You should be able to see this. I'll do some close-ups on that as well. But we are here, look, D cards, the dreaded D cards. Well, they're not dreaded because we all know cheats ways of getting around them. But what I wanted to do in this video is explain to you why we do some of the cheat shapes that we do, and how we can improve on them. So, D, the proper D is like this. Look, I mean, this is amazing. It's a full bar down fret 2, which means pressing all the strings with one finger. And then the pinky's out on fret 5, fret space 5. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where my pinky is. It's there. And that's a D for us, real D. Let's just change this. You'll be able to see some of the numbers I'm talking about. Here we go. Here's the D card. Highlight that in blue. There's the pinky out on number 5 here. There's your 2, your 2, and your 2. All down space number 2. All right. Now, what we've been trying, what some people do. Let's look at this one next. This is the cheat one that I'm not keen on. I'm not keen on this because, look, if you're building this 2, 2, and 2 like that, you've got this little cluster shape here. Yeah. Let's go into this a bit further. Here we go. So look, I've gone 2, 2, and 2. That's great. Okay, that gives us a D card. Mathematically, if you look at what goes on every string, that is a D card. Okay, the problem with this is we don't do this anywhere else on the ukulele. We don't. I'll try this out now. It works there. Does it work anywhere else? Not so good. That's no good. No. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's nice. It doesn't sound great. It doesn't make a lot of cards, make really any useful cards anywhere else on the ukulele. So you're getting the muscle memory for a one-off shape that we can't use anywhere else on the ukulele. Now I'll go back to my thing here. So this works. It's a cheat, but you're kind of cheating yourself because this won't work anywhere else on the ukulele. If you're going to play guitar, you're going to plan on moving to guitar. This is great because this does loads of chords on the guitar. It's a great guitar shape. It does the A shape. It does F sharp minor, and you can do all sorts with this shape. A ukulele is not that useful to us. This is much more useful. Highlighted in blue, it's a D6. D6 is going to come like this. It's just the bar without the pinky on it. All right. Take that away. You've got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, all with one finger, and this is the most important shape in guitar, in ukulele, in mandolin, in everything. The bar shape, squashing, using your finger like a bar to squash all the strings. It does everything. If you're practicing like that, your D like that, you're not going to get a proper D. You're going to get a D with this kind of duller tone at the bottom caused by that tone. you're going to get a D6. A D6 will work in pretty much every song. 9 out of 10 ukulele songs, the D6 is going to work in place of a D. And what it means is, if you've got a D6 and you can make the bar, you can practice your E as well, which we'll come to in a minute. You can also practice your D7, because your D7 is just adding that. Let's get this camera, let's have a look at some of these. Now, look, if that's your D6, squashing all those like that, that's our cheat D. And if you go like that and add that, you get, just adding one finger, you get D7. If this could stretch up to 3 strings up there, we get a B7, which is a really useful chord in some of our songs. And if you can just move this shape up like this, you're going to get an E flat. Come to that later. More importantly, you're going to get an E here. That's going to be E6. And if you get your pinky out, same sort of shape we looked at with the D, you're going to get the true E chord on the ukulele. So this bar is everything. You can play it here, here, here. D6 is a great cheat code. Let's look at the E. Let's go back to and look at the E. So there's a true D. There's a cheaty D that we can't use anywhere else. There's D6. We should be right down here. And this is D7, just popping the 3 on there. Now, if you're looking at your E chords now, over this E here, just here, if you can just focus on that little bit there, that says 4. That means put this finger down fret 4. Okay, let's look at that. There I was there. D is there. Moving up, I'm going to get the lower version of E, E flat. And I'm going to get the next one up, E. I've got my finger down fret 4. I'll bring the pinky out, bosh. That's the true E chord. This is hard to do. Takes a lot of practice. Don't want these fingers tucked behind here. They should be behind. I'm just doing that so you can see what you'd see where my fingers are. That is an E6. That will work in place of most of your E's. Now then, a good thing to think about here is if you're playing lots of A's down here. Something like King of the Road. Trailers for sale on rent. You want to get to an E there. Well, I've just done an A. Then I did a D. I did my D like this. Do my D6. If I was to do A and D6 properly, I could just do E like that with that finger. E6, and now all of a sudden I've got E6 and D6. Doesn't really, I don't mind which fingers we get these bars on really. Ideally you want it on that finger. Trailers for sale on rent. Room to let 50 cents. No phone, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. We're looking at trying to get E like this, so E like this, and D like this as a bar. Now the alternatives you're going to see, let's get back to the sheet music. The alternatives you're going to see to this are going to look something like this. There's my alternative, I think, which is the best one, because we can build it into the real E chord. We can build it into an E7 chord here. Alternatives you're going to see in your music books and on the internet. You're going to see a lot of uke players playing this, which is called open E7. Open E7 looks like this. Here we go. Open E7 is 1. Next one right at the top. That one there, and that one underneath. You're going to see that a lot. Now then, that's not always going to sound great. E7 won't, a 7 chord won't always replace the major chord, the main chord, the complete chord, what we call the major chord. You'll get away with it, but sometimes other songs it's going to mess with your vocal, what you're singing as well, mess with the melody to the song. You're going to see this E in a lot of ukulele books. That's hard to do. If you play a lot of mandolin, you're going to recognise that shape from mandolin. It's a tricky shape to master. It takes a lot of work. So it's a nice shape to use on guitar as well if you know where to use it. This does work moving up and down the guitar. In some places. Again, it doesn't work in all places. That's a lot of work to get the muscle memory for that chord for a couple of shapes. So I don't think that that's a great use of your time. I don't think this one works. This one certainly doesn't work in place of E all the time. This works in place of E 99% of the time. So that's why I'm trying to get you to cheat your E with a bar. And if you have to do it as a bar on fret finger 3, that's fine. So there you go. There's a D, D6 instead of a D, and an E6 instead of an E. D is at fret 2. This is fret 4. Now ideally you want to always do your bars with your index pointing finger. Always do them like that. D and E. Hopefully you can get the pinky out, 2 spaces apart, and you can make a real D. The real deal. The real E. Right, that completes it. Part 1 of cheat chords, D and E. What not to cheat, how not to cheat, and how to cheat and turn it into something else. Okay, hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will post some more cheat chords very soon. See you on the next one. Bye for now.